Well, welcome everyone coming down here today. It's a very proud day. Yesterday we just launched Operation Relentless, Sea Shepherd's 10th Antarctic Whale Defence Campaign. Last year's campaign we saved 932 whales. Japan took less than 10% of their quota. And the STEVE IRWIN, like our other vessels, the Bob Barker and the Sam Simon and the Bridget Butto, played an instrumental part in that campaign. And it's a very proud day for Sea Shepherd to have Bob Irwin here today, who's father of the late Steve Irwin, but whose legacy lives on in protecting our oceans and protecting our wildlife for the benefit of all of us on this planet. And I guess what's happening down in the Southern Ocean is that very similar, we have a situation where there's a commercial hunt under the guise of scientific research. And a similar situation is happening in parts of Australia where turtles and dugongs are being hunted and sold commercially under the guise of native title. We know that a lot of Indigenous people are against this, and Sea Shepherd is standing with Bob Irwin and Colin on their work and other groups to protect dugongs and turtles. Sea Shepherd's mission statement states that we're there to protect the biodiversity of our oceans. It's very important that we protect species that are threatened and endangered, and that they shouldn't be hunted until their numbers can recover. And the reality is that these are protected, vulnerable and endangered species that should not be hunted. And why that's important to humanity is because, well, this is planet ocean, and we need every species on this planet to have a healthy ocean. The more species we lose, the less healthy our life support system for all humanity is. So saving these turtles and dugongs and the great whales is about saving humanity as well. And that's the reason why we're getting on board with you, Bob, and Colin, in your work, and do the best that we can. But also we're reaching out to, if there are Indigenous communities, or because we know that people are calling for an end to this commercial hunt, that we're happy to go up and meet with them and discuss with them as well, and offer any assistance there as well. We're always happy to open an open line of communication. And I'll pass you on to Bob, and it's really an honour having you down here today, mate, and standing just right here beside Steve Irwin, so it's fantastic having you here today.
Thank you, Jeff, and I'm actually honoured to be down here, to be standing near a ship that's been named after my son, and it is quite an emotional moment for me, because it's actually something that I've wanted to do for years and years and years. And I've always put it off. I've always been busy. There's always been wildlife issues, and anyway, the time has come, and I'm quite proud to be here at this time. I'd like to take this opportunity to actually thank all those organisations around Australia that have joined our campaign to help to protect endangered and vulnerable species in this country. It seems beyond belief to me that we have a species that's classified as endangered or vulnerable for a very good reason, and that is that the possibility is that these species may become extinct if we don't care for them. And I just find it very hard to understand how we can still allow the hunting of these species under any circumstances whatsoever. It is way past time in this country that a line was drawn in the sand and we say that enough is enough. That it's time that we actually did something for Mother Nature without worrying about money. And I just feel that the work that Colin Riddell and I have done over these many years is coming to fruition. And to have all these organisations on board to help to protect these beautiful creatures we've got is something that makes me really happy. And I'd like to thank everybody involved, including Sea Shepherd, and also to thank the Sea Shepherd organisation for the opportunity to come down here today and to actually see just a little bit of what they do. These people put their lives on the line for some of our most precious creatures that our ocean allows us to enjoy. And if we don't have organisations such as Sea Shepherd, where would these whales be today? And I'm just honoured, and I thank you very much indeed. Thanks a lot. I'd just like to make a couple of points about our special dugongs and turtles that are being hunted in this country. And unfortunately, not every Australian gets the opportunities I've had to be able to go to the Great Barrier Reef and play with dugongs and turtles. It's a really special experience. And Mother Nature has provided us with these beautiful creatures to enjoy. What right have we got as humans to decide that these creatures must die? None whatsoever. None.
I think also, Bob, that turtles and dugongs play an important role in the health of our oceans. And if we lose dugongs, and we lose the turtles, and our oceans continue to perish, which are our life support systems, all humanity loses. So this isn't just about saving the dugongs and the turtles, but it's also about our kids and their kids, making sure that we have healthy oceans and a healthy planet, as you know.
Well, Jeff, as you know, and I know, and many people know, we are already having oceans around the world classified as dead oceans.
Right.
Why is that?
Yeah.
Do we as Australians want that to happen here? I don't think so. So we've all got to work really hard, and we've all got to protect what Mother Nature has given us.
This recently formed animal coalition, which brought together historically over 25 of the largest animal rights groups in Australia with all Australian voters. We're leading up to an election in September. We're putting the government and the coalition on notice that these groups are all singing the same music for one thing, that nobody should hunt an endangered animal, whether it's a dugong, a turtle, a cassowary, an echidna, a crocodile, it doesn't matter. If those animals are listed, no one should be hunting them. The government have got to get some balls, and they've got to stand up to other people who have those rights that shouldn't have those rights, because in 2013 no one is hungry and everybody in Australia is entitled to Centrelink, and I don't believe that anyone should be hunting endangered or vulnerable animals. Also yesterday we were offered the assistance of the Barristers Animal Welfare Panel, which is a body of 120 plus barristers and legal counsel who are going to help us fight the native title issue. We want the Native Title Act changed to protect all these iconic species in Australia.
Keep talking about
The people disrespecting dugongs, standing on them, sitting on them, 3s and 4s rolled onto the beach. I spoke to a bloke last week who witnessed 9 dugongs laying on the beach up on one of the islands. No one needs to eat 9 dugongs, no one needs to eat 1 dugong. There's enough stores on all the islands and in communities now. If there is a problem with protein, Bob Irwin's been up on the Cape, every inch of it, and it's full of wild cattle, wild pigs, it's full of fish, crayfish. If you saw the photos I've seen, you'd realise that no one should be eating endangered animals in Australia today. Give me 5 minutes on the floor of Parliament, I'd love to fix this joint up.
That's why they have bolts on the doors.